Okay, hi everyone. Thank you for coming. Welcome to the Student Senate. We have like a little bit smaller of a group today just because there's so many different flexes going on, but still so excited to see so many of you came. Thank you for coming. We are going to do a bunch of stuff today. We're going to do 2 votes and talk about a bunch of other business, and then have some time for you guys to ask some questions and bring up some of your own stuff. And I'll talk a little bit about what the Student Senate is if you don't know yet and why that is, but we're going to go into attendance first, so Sam, if you want to lead us to that. Oh, I'm Ethan, by the way. I'm the chairman of this, and this is Sam, who's our secretary, and then Emma, who's our ASB president, who is helping us with the connection between Senate and ASB.
Yeah, so our attendance, oh my god, my bad. Yeah, okay. It is on this doc, and if you want to get this link, you can scan this QR here, and there's also QRs there, so if you want to scan that. So it'll bring you up to this page, just go to the bottom, select Student Senate attendance, and each one of your names should be on here. If you have trouble finding it, on the left is what organization you should be representing, so just look for that, and then look next to it, you'll find your name, and then just check the box.
So everyone just try and scan that. You also, if you want to do it on your computer, you should have it in your emails. And you're just going to click through and do your attendance, click that box, and then you're not.
Am I supposed to be here?
There's no what? Oh, you're on. It's on your Spirit. Yeah, ASB Spirit, line 45. Yeah.
Same. I flexed it. I started my Spanish teacher.
Try and clear that out.
Mia's supposed to be on there instead of
Dennis.
Okay.
Yeah, please all there.
Okay, and then when you're done clicking into your attendance, you're going to go back to that first page, which is the Student Senate roster. And most of you have, you can check which organization you're listed for. And then there's that yellow section under the known alternatives, and you can put in a different name. So if you can't come, then if someone wants to come and attend in your place or vote in your place, then we know who that person is. So just put a person in that column, finish the attendance, then we'll move into our business for today. And then y'all can also like fill in that alternative if you need to talk with your club about who that is. You can do that at a later date. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is just talk with the people around you for a few seconds. Introduce yourself. Hopefully we're going to be getting to know each other and each other's groups throughout this whole thing. So just talk around, introduce yourself, name, pronouns, whatever. Talk about your organization and what are some goals that you are going to probably bring to the Senate.
Hi, my name's Liz.
Okay, now the suspense is over. What is Student Senate? Okay, so basically we created this to support the active student organizations and other organizations on campus, to initiate events so they can have a school-wide collaboration. A lot of stuff that happens on campus right now is a lot of support from ASB, a lot of ideas from ASB, and not really encompassing our whole school's ideas and all of the groups that exist here. So we created this to kind of have an area to talk and work together and create some cool stuff, and then support each other. So clubs do a lot of really cool things that I don't even know about, other people don't know about, and if we know what each other are doing, we can help each other do it. Everyone can increase their participation, we can do a lot more cool things. We'll be meeting about once a month during Thursday Flex, and we'll be giving you a calendar of those dates some point soon. The members are you guys. You've been selected, appointed, or elected by your organization. So we selected organizations that are high impact on campus, that have a lot of students involved, and then clubs and student organizations could also volunteer to be a part. And they nominated or elected representatives to be here, which are you guys, to represent the beliefs of your group. We are going to do two different types of votes. Today we'll just be doing a majority style voting. That's what you think of when you think of voting. So we'll be going onto the spreadsheet. You can either click to pass or not pass, or abstain from the vote. And then we also do majority, which I'll explain when we do it for the first time. But that style of voting is a little different. It's so that we can all kind of choose as many options as we want, so that we're all kind of behind whatever we choose. And then if you're absent, we'd like, if you're at school, to be here on the days of our meeting. If you're absent, you can send someone else in your place, the known alternative as we talked about. Do we have any questions on Student Senate, norms, voting? Perfect. Okay, cool. I think we're going to move to our first vote. Okay, so our ASB president, Emma, is here with us today. She's been working with the ASB Spirit Committee to pick our theme. So we already chose our homecoming theme last year, which is Alice in Wonderland, and we are just wanting to have you guys all feel comfortable with the themes that we're choosing for the Spirit.
Yes, so we, as Ethan said, we decided on Alice in Wonderland. I believe that our theme is finalized on down the rabbit hole. That's kind of the idea for our branding. Now, Alice, I know worked really hard, Leah, and a lot of the Spirit group and ASB to create our Spirit Days that we felt like matched the theme, but also students would engage in. So I'm just going to go over them real quick, and then later I believe that we're going to vote on them to either pass them or change them. So Monday we don't have any school, it's Indigenous Peoples Day, so it's gonna be a 4-day Spirit Week. Tuesday we have Tweedledee, Tweedledum Tuesday or Twin Day, but we don't wanna like, of course, twin dressing up, but we can also market it more of like, just dress up with a group of friends so no one feels like excluded or anything like that, just in the same energy like, oh, dress up, like the 5 of us all dress the same, black top, like black bottoms or something like that. And then Wednesday is Queen of Hearts Day, so it's similar to what we do for Valentine's Day. So it's wearing anything pink, red, hearts around that theme. And then the lunchtime activity is gonna be games in the quad, specifically card games. And I forgot to say the Tuesday lunchtime activity is gonna be like friendship bracelet making. And then Thursday is sports and jerseys day, so croquet is like a big thing in Alice in Wonderland. We kind of want to bring that same thing in, but incorporate it with like modern day sports and jerseys. And then the lunchtime activity is going to be a bit more like interactive games like spike ball, cornhole. I thought maybe volleyball club might be putting up the net, but I'm not sure about that. So stuff like that. And then we also, Alice really planned this out well to separate some of them, so not only are all the lunchtime activities in the quad, but they go out to the front lawn so different types of people get to engage with them throughout the Spirit Week. And then finally, Friday is going to be White Rabbit Day. So it's a complete white out at school or maybe like white top, something like that. And the lunchtime activity is going to be Chubby Bunny. And how that connects to the kind of football game and football theme, because it's our homecoming game, is everyone's going to wear white to represent the White Rabbit. And then we're gonna throw like really fun, colorful powder, same to like the purple powder, but it's gonna represent kind of like the psychedelics and the colorful aspects of Alice in Wonderland.
Okay, do you guys have any questions on the Spirit Week plan as of right now?
Questions, comments, anything? Yeah.
Can we not just play croquet? Is that not modern enough? Or?
No, I think if someone has a croquet set, we could
Oh,
probably
true,
add it. I just think a lot of us have like more spike ball reports we can bring, but maybe not croquet. I think we could budget and price it and see if we could fit something like that in. Anything else? That's a really good idea. All good? Guys?
When you just like the students that are coming to the student section on Friday for football game, maybe like more than the throw.
Yeah, definitely.
People are just ready to get there.
I agree. I know I wasn't in it last time with the purple powder. And I think we're gonna try to find, I think Izzy, who's the athletics director, one of them out of 3, with Erin and Brooke, decided that she might have found one that doesn't stain. So I know the purple one stained a lot of hands and faces and clothes, but I think she found a no stain one. So hopefully we can get something like that. And we wanna create some posters that say, in like 10 minutes or at the first 5 minutes of second quarter, this is when powder's gonna be thrown. So it gives kids at least 10 to 15 minutes to leave the student section or move further back or decide, do I want any powder or do I not want any powder? Just so everyone feels comfortable with it. Anything else? Good?
Great. So I think we're just going to move to our first vote then. If you want to get the sheet back out that you just had open on whatever device you want.
Wait, how do you access this sheet?
It should be in your email, so.
Yeah. Once you get to the sheet, you want to go to the tab at the bottom that reads S001. That's our first voting section. We're voting to approve or just approve the Spirit Week, or just the events going on again. So yeah, you just find your name once again, select whether or not that you agree with the Spirit Week, or you can just say this is it.
Yeah.
Wait, just say yes.
just so you all know, as you're voting, the process for homecoming has to happen a lot earlier. It happens at the end of the year before. But hopefully as we move through formal and the next Spirit Week, we'll be including you guys in the process of coming up with themes and the process for all of that. Yeah, select.
Is the voting always gonna have our names attached to it? Like everything?
We are gonna have names attached. We can talk about that if we feel like that is, we could have more honest voting if we don't do that. This was just the easiest process that we set up as of right now, but if we feel like there's a better way to do it, we can definitely do that. I personally think it's important to know how each organization feels, but I also understand that it's kind of like, you may not vote as honestly. Okay, cool. Has anyone not voted yet? So we're gonna lock the sheet. So we're all good. Okay, cool. That vote is locked. We should pass it. So our Spirit Committee will continue moving forward with the plan. Okay, perfect. We're going to take a little pause from our presentation. Mr. Priest is here. He's the advisor of the Senate. He just wants to say something.
Good point.
Thank you. Okay, good morning, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mr. Priest. I'm the principal here at Sequoia. And I think my first year as principal was, if you're a 12th grader right now, you were in first grade when I started doing this job. I want to prepare, I've prepared a report for the Senate on the sort of state of the school at the opening of the year. So there's an old saying about schools that if you pick and choose from a school's data, you can basically tell any story that you want about that school. So this is the story I want to tell about Sequoia, our school, and our school year, 24-25, by the numbers that I've chosen. First number is 1,868. That's our current enrollment at Sequoia, 1,868. And to sort of make that a visual, that's the gym full, plus the band, plus a bunch of people on the floor, and maybe 60 or 70 people outside the gym. 24 is another number. That's the number of newcomer students who have started at Sequoia since our first day. Brand new to this country, who came their first day of school here over the last 21 school days. So it's a little over one new student per day, brand new to this country, brand new to Sequoia. Hopefully those students had a little bit of an easier transition because we've so far given out 78 brand new, fully loaded backpacks to those newcomer students from our family center at Sequoia. A lot of people ask, are Sequoia students involved? Do we have spirit? Are we proud of our school? 170 12th graders got up early to celebrate senior sunrise. There are 61 9th graders enrolled in a brand new elective leadership class. This is a class that's designed to empower students to develop leadership capacity. There are 19 of our newest Ravens, 9th graders, running for class officer. So meaning, win or lose, those students and the other students in that leadership class will probably be at one of the 78 tables that we have for Club Day next year. Or someday maybe they'll be the captain of one of the 15 fall sports teams that we have right now. That's 400 student athletes currently participating in JV, varsity, or freshman level sports. That's up 50% from last year. That accounts for a little over 20% of our entire student body currently involved in a sport. So you would take that number, you take band, you take theater, and you take the other activities, probably looking at about 30% of our students are involved in something beyond just going to class. 1,700 tickets were sold for the Sequoia Woodside Redwood City Rumble on Saturday. And the previous Friday night, our boosters, which is our parent sports supporters, gave out 500 tickets for free so that Sequoia students could attend the home opener against Cappuccino. Let's talk a little more about some of those families. There were approximately 130 family members who attended our very first PTSA meeting in Carrington Hall on September 3rd, including one of the members of our board of trustees. This was one of 8 well-attended events that we've held so far for community and family members at Sequoia after school or in the evening, and those include our 9th grade orientation, grade level college and IB nights, a cafecito con el director, anteayer, creo que el día martes fue, booster tailgate, and of course back to school night where we had a huge turnout. Another number I want to share is 218,300. That's roughly the amount of dollars calculated from the 4,366 volunteer hours that Sequoia parents and community members donated last year. That's their time. So we put a value on that time and come up with that number, just under $250,000. What kind of learners are we at Sequoia? This is a school after all. It's not just activities and after school events. It took 14 minutes after the first bell on the first day of school to get everybody to their first classes. That's pretty good. We've gone faster in the past. Remember, this is my 11th year doing this, but that's pretty good. I remember my first year, it was something like 40 minutes. We still had students wandering around trying to figure out where to go. It helped that we changed the numbers in the main building so that it makes a little more sense. Tuesday at the end of lunch, there were 8 students that were cited for being late to class, so we're down significantly. That's about 0.04% of the school late to class on Tuesday. 339 books have been checked out so far by the students from the Sequoia Library and Media Center. That's a 125% increase from the same date last year. Novels, graphic novels, biographies. These are pages, bound, open, both hands reading, if you like to read. There's also some data we can look at in terms of growth. One example I'll give is there was a 34% growth in scores in IB math apps from 2 years ago to last year. This is part of general trends that we're seeing in growth with IB scores, also our CASP scores in the spring. People ask, what's the explanation? Why is that happening? Here are some ideas that I have. 5 is another number. That's the number of days per week that you can get support after school, either in the library or from a math teacher directly. Maybe it's also one of the 6 community partner agencies who provide one-to-one mentoring for our students. Those are outside groups that come in and work with our students who need a mentor or someone to support them. Could